From Fresh Prince to Hollywood leading man, from Grammy-winning rapper to blockbuster king, he has conquered everything. Upbeat music, thrilling movies, or the dynamic world of the internet. Name it, he's been everywhere. This is Will Smith, the charming guy who has achieved the best shape of his life past 50 and is going to keep it. Wondering about his fitness recipe? Let's break it down. From his plate makes him unstoppable. When Will Smith decided to get in the best shape of my life, it wasn't just about looking good for a movie role. It was about health, longevity, and mental sharpness. The truth? Will had slipped into what he called the worst shape of my life during lockdown. Comfort eating, no structure, late-night snacking had caught up with him. At 6'1", he was weighing 221 pounds. The belly popped out, and love handles became too visible, even when he was dressed. But when he chose to change, he went all in, while admitting openly, "I'm gonna be real with y'all. I'm in the worst shape of my life." For Will, the first step was cutting the clutter from his diet. He's not one for half measures. In his words, "There was probably a 12-year point where I didn't take a drink or go out on the weekends. I was so set on my goal that I created a serious circle of protection and elevation because I refused to do anything that wasn't in my best interest. That means no alcohol binge and no foods to sabotage his energy." Then what? He adopted an eating plan meant to fuel his performance and help with muscle recovery. Yes, he didn't choose any crash diet, for trendy diets often backfire in the long haul. All he wanted was consistency over perfection. His only goal was to drop 20 pounds over the period of 20 weeks, meaning 1 pound each week, simply focusing on building meals around nutrient-dense foods that support his training and acting schedule. So he shifted towards balanced eating habits that he could keep for life. While following his goal of dropping 1 pound every week, the math wasn't simple. His maintenance calories were around 2,800 per day, and he needed to create a daily deficit of 500 calories. But at the same time, he was going to burn 600 to 900 calories on his training days. That's where his nutritionist and chef gave him helping hands. One adjusted his calories carefully, while the other prepared him hearty meals. Still, it wasn't easy. His body was also begging for more food. But what about him? Totally determined to achieve his goal, as he stated, "I'm on a calorie deficit and I'm crying here every day." Result? He got rid of that dad bod to claim his younger and healthier self while ending up losing 30 pounds. That was 10 pounds more than his actual goal. Are you hooked on Will's radical decision to chase health in the gym and on the dinner table? Wait, that's just half the story. Will's workout routine and his mindset get the credit too. Will Smith's workout philosophy was relentless. Today, he's known to train for hours when prepping for movies like Ali, but his transformation after 50 took on a deeper purpose: strength, endurance, and mental toughness. The foundation of his routine? Variety. Will mixed strength training, resistance training, cardio, and mobility work to keep his body balanced and his mind engaged. His typical week included weight training, compound lifts like squats, bench press, and deadlifts for overall strength. A lot of cardio. Running, rowing, cycling, but running is where his mental toughness really gets forged. Core work. Planks, hanging leg raises, and medicine ball rotations. And all these exercises were well distributed in his weekly workout routine. He would train for 2 days and rest for 1 day. For example, his day 1 was dedicated to arms and abs along with resistance training. Day 2 was for leg workout and resistance training. The 3rd day was a rest day. On day 4, he did back and core exercises plus resistance training. And on the 5th day, he would do anything he missed. Then again, he had a rest day. An even distribution of rest days helped him with an age-appropriate recovery process to ensure his upcoming workout performance. Right now, when you know how Will Smith was training to drop body fat and get toned, there was one secret weapon too: Can you guess it? Yes. Throughout his training routine, running in particular has played a big role in Will's training. He's spoken about how it's not just physical, it's mental warfare. When you're running and you are there, there's a little person that talks to you, and that little person says, "Oh, I'm tired. My lung's about to pop. I'm so hurt. I'm so tired. There's no way I can possibly continue." If you learn how to defeat that person when you're running, you will learn how to not quit when things get hard in your life. That's the kind of resilience that turns workouts into life lessons. But running aside, Will's training coach, Aaron Ferguson, also gave him a challenge of 10,000 steps daily. But ambitious Will, he did 20,000 steps. Regardless of type of exercises, Will's entire training routine was all designed to support Will's real-world movement, not just aesthetics. Think pull-ups, sled pushes, battle ropes. It was all about being ready for anything, whether it's an action scene or playing with his kids. Still, Will admits that his drive sometimes pushes him into overtraining territory. That's why balance is key. His more recent approach involves incorporating recovery days, stretching, and enough sleep into the program. And his mantra? "The only thing that I see that is distinctly different about me is I'm not afraid to die on a treadmill. I will not be outworked, period. You might have more talent than me. You might be smarter than me. You might be sexier than me. You might be all of those things. But if we get on the treadmill together, there are two things. You're getting off first, or I'm going to die." It's really that simple. When you combine that work ethic with smart training, you get a body that's not just camera ready, it's life ready. If diet is the fuel and training is the engine, mindset is the driver. Will Smith's transformation was completely mental, yet it showed up in his current appearance. He understands that no plan works without commitment, and commitment starts with a decision. As he puts it, just decide what's it gonna be, who you're gonna be, and how you're gonna do it. And then from that point, the universe will get out of your way. This is the same mindset that kept him away from distractions for over a decade. That's a rare discipline in a world full of instant gratification. For Will, fitness is a metaphor for life. The little person that shows up when running, that's the same voice that tries to stop you from chasing dreams. Beat it in training, and you beat it in business, relationships, and personal growth. Above all, Will believes in showing up daily. Talent fades without effort. Motivation comes and goes. But discipline? That's forever. Will Smith's transformation leaves a message for you. You can reinvent yourself at any stage of life. Eat with intention, train with grit. Protect your mindset like gold. And remember, it's not about being the most talented, it's about being the most relentless.